What are some key qualities you think that make a great leader in the tech industry?
Okay. So you need to understand one thing when you are going for a tech organization or any organization which is very big. So for those who don't know, United Health Group is a Fortune 500 grade 3 company. So on the basis of revenue, it comes third after Walmart and Amazon, I think. So it's on the third position. Why I'm saying is that it means that the scale on which our organization is working is very vast, very big actually. Okay. So the responsibility of people who are managing it is actually very big. And how do they do is that there are two kind of tasks. One is a structured task, one is unstructured task. A structured task means that let's say you have been given a set of forms and you need to divide the forms basis on the branches for which it is submitted. Okay, for admission procedure, we get a lot of forms and you want to divide it basis on the branch. What you do is that you would define a structure that there is a field in the form by the name branch. Go there, search for it, and make a list of that. Okay, this goes for the BBA, this goes for MBA, this goes for BCom and all. Okay, that is a structured plant. You already have a structure, you need to work on that. Okay, what is unstructured is that thing. If I ask you to develop that form, I would tell that, okay, Vishal, go develop a form for admission. We should have all the, the, you can say the fields and values required for that. Okay, this is unstructured. You don't know what to include. What you need to do is that where the innovation part come. That's where the leadership come. What they do is that they ideate the process. If you have a structure defined, you can give it to any people, train it to them. That's what operational part we say. That you defined a statement of procedure. Statement of procedure means a document which define how to do a work. There is a structured way, you give it to people, train them, and they can work. There is no much thought involved. But to design a form, there is a thought involved. That's where leadership comes. And if you come from the tech background, what you need to do is that most of the work which is getting done there are basis on the pure innovation. It requires mind to work. It's not something which is like given to you and you have to just perform basis on a process. So to be a leader in the technological field, you have to understand that if you say something that, okay, the task can be done, it means that they can think of a process to make it done, but not sure that it will be done on time. So you need to be kind, you need to be empathetic on that part. Second thing is that you need to be very clear and very simple. If you want somebody to do work for you, you need to make sure that they understand what you need to work. You need to define to them timeline. Okay, Vishal, I need this to be completed in 1 week or 2 week. Okay. And these are the things what I want as an outcome. Okay, so you need to be clear, you need to be straightforward, you need to be defining, like you need to be kind on that part. Fourth thing is you need to delegate the task that I explained earlier, right? You need to know people who do the work, delegate it. I think that's a simple way to start.
Yeah, it was truly helpful, sir. So, as we all know that technology has developed a lot today and AI taking place for everything. So,
Mhm.
how do you see the role of AI and automation shaping the future of IT jobs?
Okay, yeah, you are very true on this fact that AI has got the, you can say, lot of limelight in the current future, especially after the introduction of ChatGPT back in
Yes, sir.
2020. Okay. So the thing is that, yes, it is changing the landscape of the job. What it is changing, it a matter of, you can say, quite deliberation. I would say it is quite new to think of that particular things. So, but one thing is gonna change is the structured part. If something can be structured, it can be done by AI, right? If you define a simple steps which can be done, so that can be replaced by AI. That's plain and simple. So what I would say is that don't just stay for something which is very straightforward, which doesn't require your mind to work. What AI can't do is that to ideate something, to structure something, to formalize something. Why it can't do that is that it needs something to start with, right? Let's say you have some idea. You want AI to work. First, you need to give it the prompts to work upon, right? How you can give the prompt is what required from a perspective of a, you can say, a senior leadership or a person who has taken an entry or who is a business analyst, as from your profiles, right? BCom and BBA and all profiles, you can say. What I would say is that yes, AI is changing. It is rapidly changing the scenarios. But what it is changing is that whatever is very clearly defined, very clearly maintained, that doesn't require mind too much work, that's gonna change. As I have explained earlier, like there are a rote coding part, I would say, using the language you are coding something, and there is a low coding part. Low coding means you know a basic of language, you are just cutting and pasting something, creating a website. You can go to Hostinger, you can go to some of the new websites and create a website in just a minute or something, Shopify and all. What is not changing is that if you are, let's say, creating a Shopify website, it will give you, okay, there is a list of product, go there, do that. But what you can't do is that how to set up a dark stores, how to set up a delivery fleet to, carry on the things, how to make sure that supply chain management is good, that product is coming from right from the farmer to your dark store to the customers, right? These are all the procedures. AI can't do that. What AI can do is it can build the app, but behind it, the thought we can't replicate as of now. I would say that's the part where we should, I would say, the focus much to start with.
Okay, sir.
Mhm.
So, in your opinion, what will be the most in-demand skills in the next 5 years?
Okay, I think the most demand skill, uh, not in the next 5 year, currently also, it is how good you are at problem solving. If you have been given some problems, how you are structurizing it, how you are solving it. Second thing, if you don't know how to solve it, how to make others solve it. That is the managerial skill, that is the administrative skill, that is leadership skill, right? Third part is that how are you communicating it? So one profile which never gonna get affected, which never gonna get changed by any of the advent of AI is the sales profile, is the consultant profile, okay, is the architect profile. What they do is that they don't do the work, they define the work, okay, what you need to do. Like if you are going to the sales profile, right, or you are going to the product profile, what you need to do, you need to sell your product. AI can't help you with that, correct? You are going to develop a product, you need to define what to do. AI can do what to do, but actually the work perform, you need to define. So these are the part, I would say, the middle management part, and middle management, and you can say upper management also, who decides, who defines. These two part, I think, we need to focus upon much and much in the current scenario, also in the coming 5 years also.